Evaluation question 2. How effective is the combination of your main and ancillary texts? For the A2 media coursework, the required products were a music video, magazine advert, and a digipack. The song that we chose for the music video was called Hole Puncher and is performed by The Shed. Although the song itself was from an acoustic genre, on closer research the band was more of an alternative / rock based one. This meant that the video and ancillary tasks were treated slightly differently, as the video was going to be for one of the songs on their album that was more stripped down than their other content. So for easy identification, I used the motif of the mannequin that you see in the music video controlling the male character, and I chose to integrate that across the 2 other products so the audience would have some reference. The visual link would be an obvious connection for the fans so that they had a small imagery device that they could look out for when searching for the band's music across all spaces and environments. The branding of The Shed was done through the device of a name logo. This gives brand recognition to The Shed so that when the logo appears on the product, the person will know that it's official or at least related to the band that they were searching for. The logo uses a stylized typeface which is called braggadocio. So, and again, it's used on the digipack, just like that. It's still readable, but more appealing to the eye than, say, perhaps just a standard Helvetica font. So it also gives the band the association qualities of being artistic and professional, and perhaps being indicators of their talent and skill. And audiences and fans may think that, you know, if they've put this much thought and creative kind of energy into the, an album or magazine advert, then their music's going to be of a similar kind of grade. The digipack is the only item that could have complete freedom in the creative side. The other 2 projects actually have the purpose to promote and sell the product of the digipack, so it kind of goes on the idea that consumers don't purchase albums based on the aesthetics of how this looks. They buy an album because they're either dedicated fans or they've previously bought the other material, or it's been recommended to them by friends, or because they've heard it on places like YouTube. Basically what that means in terms of the design of the digipack is that it's only really important for it to be bold and stand out from the other competition. It's not got to kind of draw an audience in, it's just got to be recognisable. For this reason, unfortunately this is the kind of first draft of the magazine advert, but on the final advert I have placed in a picture of the digipack front cover, and this kind of gives the audience another reminder of what to look out for when they see the magazine advert. They know to look for this in store. Another way in which I connected all 3 projects was with the technique of incorporating the lyrics. I chose what I thought was an interesting line that also corresponded to the title track and album name. The lyric is, "All of the days I was punching holes in blue." Needless to say that this lyric already existed in the music video, but for the magazine advert I featured it in a large font over the majority of the spread. And then the digipack, I dedicated a page to the lyric in the same font. In terms of how the audience would receive this element, I was thinking the idea that they'd be listening to the radio and hear the song, and might remember some of the lyrics, but not remember who it was by, and so they'd be able to kind of make that connection when they saw the lyrics in the magazine advert. And of course, with the magazine advert, they'll be able to see the name of the band and also the front cover of the digipack. So the kind of connection could be made then through all the products to kind of just group them all together, and they kind of would work in unison to sell the band's music. With the digipack, it's kind of a subtle reference, well, not really that subtle, but with the wooden panelling it kind of refers back to the shed, and just in case it wasn't enough, there's a kind of watering can symbol as well. But it kind of just makes for a nice background, and from the ones that I analysed, there wasn't white space at all really, so that images played a big part in this, much the same with the advert, kind of a white border to make it stand out in this magazine that doesn't all the images go to the edge, so this was really about making this advert stand out in this magazine, and again the yellow kind of stands out in a magazine that's kind of mostly black and white almost. So just a quick run through the products themselves. The music video can be found on the blog, but this is the magazine advert. Unfortunately, I have stuck it into a real magazine, but it's the wrong version. So there is the digipack front cover to go there and the record label. So very minor, but the actual final can again be found on the blog. And then this is the digipack. So this is what I was kind of mentioning with the mannequin. Is clearly kind of a motif that's used again and again, and again on the back. Again, so the lyrics, and again the same colours as well, blue, written, and kind of coloured in blue. So hole puncher again wasn't really used on the advert, but from the video I've used the same coloured hole puncher that we used in that, and just a little gimmick really. I punched the holes in this, but in the real life version of this product, it would be produced with those hole punches in them. And then it kind of opens out so that behind the CD you get the hole punched holes, if you will, like that. So they're the products. The theme helps each product to complement the other, and the products are all combined in this way so that they're collectively representing the band, and what I hope is in a powerful way. Because of this, I would like to think that the combination of the main and ancillary tasks have been effective.